questions. Well, obviously the purpose of a trailer is to make the audience want to watch the main film. So I was going to ask you a question: does it make you actually want to watch the film?
Yeah, of course, because it's like a typical trailer like that. It doesn't give you too much, but it leaves like a lot of blanks to be filled in, which you can watch in a proper trailer. And also, it's different from what I've seen other people do, and it just it looks different completely to what other people do.
Yeah, plus it really kind of appeals to our age group as well. I mean, people in our age group kind of like going to watch horror films and all this kind of stuff. And it looks, like it suits those conventions.
It's interesting, the recording thing. It actually looks like a camera kind of recording someone. It just looks different. I want to watch it.
Okay, is the horror genre clearly established?
Yes, definitely. I mean, especially with you have that image in the end of the background, with the blood on the
door.
On the door.
There's a lot of variation in angle as well of the shot you've taken. So you can see where the power lies, and the person who's being followed is always being shot from a higher angle. Then
typical in horror, genre trailers, you get shorter, more exciting cuts throughout, and it follows that convention.
The pace builds up as well throughout the trailer, giving it that kind of horror feel to it as well.
What shots are most effective in my trailer?
Usually the shots you've got of following the person from the back of the car. I feel that's pretty strong because it's a high angle shot looking down on him, he's being watched and he's powerless to it and he can't do anything about it. I also when he runs through the gate, it just looks so he's in trouble and he needs to escape and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with the shots where he's in the back of the car following the person. It's kind of very creepy, and that really kind of brings across the idea of it being a horror trailer.
What have you got to say about the music in my trailer?
I think the music's works well with the horror trailer because it's slow pace and it just builds up throughout and it follows the clips as well. As in they started slow and just getting into it, then when it got into it the clips become more shorter and faster paced.
Yeah, it makes it very exciting. It fits the thriller genre. As Nick said, it builds throughout and it really kind of leaves the viewer wanting more, really.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would change about my trailer at all?
With some of the clips, I feel you could add one or two more clips without the recording, just so it's him to build up that tension just that little bit more. I reckon it would look good.
Yeah, maybe a couple more shorter clips, more action in the middle. But another thing I just want to point out actually was that the wording that came up, can't think of the word, the titles that came up in between the shots, they were very good as well actually.
Yeah, the titles are great and the background are good. Yeah.
Okay, got my poster, my film poster in front of you. I'm going to ask you a few questions. First of all, what features immediately attract your attention?
I like the image, it's very powerful. It's got that white noise kind of look to it, it's being faded out, it's being watched and stuff like that. And it doesn't give anything away at all, but you still want to know more about it. It's very professionally done as well.
Yeah, and also you have the two 5-star things at the side, which make it look very professional.
Critical reviews.
Because it's like a universal acknowledgement of a good film. So as soon as you see that, you know that it's going to be a good film. You want to go see it.
I also at the top you've got that kind of red band, a band. It's got all the actors' names there. It just fits in well with it.
Okay, what do you think about the colour, the semiotics and the layout of my poster?
I think it's laid out really well. You can see it fit on the billboard kind of thing, stretched across it. You've used conventional colours like reds, blacks, stuff like that. It just fits well together, right?
Yeah, it's very conventional, which is good because it kind of points out the kind of genre that it is. 'Cause from the image, it's not quite clear the genre, but obviously the reds and the blacks work well together to clarify the message.
I do like how your image usually on posters, if there's that much space in between the two sides, it wouldn't look complete, but yours seems to be there for a reason, and it just looks...
Because you have the parallel light kind of going in, which looks good.
And your layout of it's really well.
Okay, is there anything you'd change about my poster at all?
The only thing I change is xrmovie.com at the bottom. The red just you can't read it that well, but that's probably the only thing I change in your poster.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. So maybe the credits could be a bit smaller at the bottom. But otherwise, yeah, I really like it.
Okay, you got my film magazine in front of you. Just going to ask you similar questions to the previous questions. What features attract your attention immediately?
Well, you can tell it's a proper film magazine as it's got the Empire logo there, sorry, and it just links well in with like movie magazines like that.
Yeah. I like the Oscars strip at the bottom with the different categories and the other two Oscars statues at the side. I think that works really well.
That USP you got there as well, like the 25% off Cineworld tickets is just like a convention way, like a magazine. They give away stuff so people would want to buy it.
Yeah, attracts you to the magazine.
It's got things like also with these actors in, and it just makes you want to look at it more like proper magazine.
Do you think the mode of address attracts a specific target audience, or do you think it's a bit unclear?
I think it is clear to who they're trying to target within like the stuff they're offering. Like, so you get like Cineworld tickets. Like adults wouldn't be more interested in that compared to children. Well, teens, sorry. They think they could get that and it'd be cheaper for them to watch a film like this.
Plus you have the articles at the side. I mean, top 100 horror films, 2010, and that kind of appeals to the kind of people who want to go and watch horror films, of course.
Is there would you say there's any representation in my magazine at all? Or?
You could kind of represent like with your image that like it looks like a kind of teen, late adult kind of person in it, and you can kind of like with your target audience they could like kind of link it to themselves, like what if I was in that situation kind of thing.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, the whole hoodie thing, down like a dark area has been stereotyped a lot with films like Adulthood, where you think of young people with knives and all this kind of stuff, which adds to the horror convention.
Okay, is there anything you would change about my magazine at all?
Underneath Empire, we've got a film magazine for film lovers, and I'm not too keen on the font of it, and that's something I'll change. On the right, it's like there's some empty space. I feel like it does look good, but I just feel there needs to be something in there, just a little, like something else maybe.
Yeah, especially when you have like so much on the left hand side, you have like the title and the articles and stuff. Then it would be kind of good to kind of balance that out. But otherwise, yeah, it's good.